There's a bit of, oh, here we are. We're live, yeah.
Yay!
All right, I'm just fighting with the technology, but welcome to another expert chat in Australian Mums in Business 2020. I'm Melissa, and today I'm super excited to be joined by Leoni Bolt. She is from Leoni Bolt Photography, and she also has a coaching business. And welcome, Leoni.
Hi, thank you for having me, Melissa.
Thank you for being here, because you are going to tell us today about personal branding and confidence and all those things that can really help us to shine in our business. Yeah, I'm super excited. We've got a couple of people joining us live already, and yeah, I can't wait to learn what your wisdom is today. So, Leoni, let's start at the beginning. What is personal branding? We hear a lot about business branding, but Can you just start right at the beginning and explain to us, like, what is personal branding? What do we do with it? How does it help us?
Sure. Okay, great. So when people are connecting with you, they're connecting with you. They're not necessarily connecting with your business. So personal branding is all about how you can use yourself to market your business. So normally when we think about branding, we're thinking about logos and colors and fonts and things like that. Personal branding is all about being your authentic self, your strengths, your special talents, those sorts of things. So it is about being authentic and showing up as the person that you want to be seen as, so that your clients will want to work with you. It's part of the magnetic marketing. People want to work with you because they have that connection with you. So when people see your face, when they're getting your emails, when they're connecting with you on social media, they're developing a relationship. And so the more they see of you, the more they feel they know you. And the more you've got the upper hand in your market, in a saturated market.
Right, for sure. So we'll come back to that in a second. But I think, so first of all, it's so important to show your face. And I know a lot of people, when they first start out especially, are quite afraid of showing their face. And I've, come across so many businesses and clients who have started working with me that are just sort of like hiding behind pretty pictures, quotes, stock photography, that kind of thing. And so afraid to put themselves into their business, to be the face of their business.
Yeah. Even in big business, you can have a personal brand. Even if you're working for somebody else, everybody has a personal brand now, because we can stalk each other on Facebook, we can stalk each other on Google. So if you go for a job interview, the first thing they're going to do is stalk you and find out what they can find out about you without actually, getting on the phone. So whether we like it or not, you've already got a personal brand.
Right. So what you're posting on your Facebook profile matters.
It does.
I'm so glad that Facebook wasn't a thing when I was in my early 20s.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Okay, so why is it that people are afraid to put their face to their business and really show themselves?
It's limiting beliefs. It's sort of why would people want to see me? It's feelings of ego. Like it would be egotistical of me to put photos out there of myself. But at the end of the day, you just have to think about it as a branding tool, as a marketing tool. And courage always comes before confidence. So you've got to take the courage to take that first step. And like anything, it's only going to get easier the more you do it. Like Facebook Lives, the first time's really hard, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it's the same with putting yourself out there. The more times you take selfies and post them of yourself, the easier it gets.
For sure, yeah, absolutely. I know that one firsthand, and I think anybody who's become, kind of proficient in doing Facebook Lives especially knows that, it gets easier with time. I remember the first video that I made for a different business quite a few years ago. It was a recorded video, not a live one. I think it took me like 6 hours to put together a 5-minute video. I was so self-conscious and so like, I can't do this. And so people are a little bit afraid to really show themselves. And then, but I found it, just can only speak for myself, but even once I started showing my face, it's still something I'm working on, bringing that authenticity through as well, to be a bit more vulnerable in the public eye. Like that's sort of the next level after that, right?
Yeah. So and it's hard. It's hard to know, okay, are my clients going to resonate with this, or do I need to act more professional? It's hard to know how you need to show up, but at the same time, if you're pretending to be something that you're not, people are going to see through that, and it creates a disconnect. It's kind of like, I don't really trust this person, and I can't really figure out why.
Yeah, that's right. It's like it's on an energetic level. There's just some kind of disconnect happening there. So I know, like, my mother always calls me up and says, "Oh, should you really be saying that online? Because, when I was in business, you had to be the professional and the expert, and you had to know everything." And and I'm like, "Mom, it's okay. This is what we do on social media these days."
Yes, exactly.
We open up so that we can connect to the people that resonate with us, right? So by being yourself, the right people find you, and that those who don't resonate with you can go work with someone else.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because it's just as powerful to repel your no clients as it is to attract your yes ones.
Yes, I keep hearing that a lot lately. Which is a great reminder for everybody, and I'm sure many of our viewers have had clients in the past who were not a good match, who were difficult to work with, who were more trouble. I've had plenty of them in the past as well. Yeah. So, okay. So you said before something about a saturated market, and you stand out by creating that, by showing, revealing who you are.
Absolutely. So, if you're seeing somebody all the time on social media, when somebody says, "Do you know somebody that does this?" you're going to be the first person that people think of, whether they've interacted with you or not. Maybe they're just seeing you posting in the groups, but it's straight away, "Oh, I know somebody." Or, if they want to work with you directly, it's building that trust. "Oh, I already know somebody," even if they haven't interacted with you.
It's very true. And you've only got to know somebody a little bit to pay attention to them, right? Because I've met a lot of amazing women in this group and doing these interviews. And if I need those services, immediately I'm going to think of these people. And so for example, Leoni, you and I are meeting for the first time today, right? But I've seen you in different groups. I've seen you in this group. I've seen you everywhere. So you're right. So straight away I would think of you as one of my options, right? So, okay. And so a lot of us work in very saturated markets, coaching in particular, I'm going to say, everyone. So the more we show our true and authentic selves, the more the right people will connect with us, and the more we stand out for certain people.
Absolutely. And as long as you're always working on yourself and growing within yourself as well, people are going to see that. So people actually can see that through photos. I see it through my clients' photos, especially if I work with them continually and I see their growth. I've had people comment on my photos and gone, "Oh my God, you've changed so much." And I can see that that's just personal growth. I actually had a client a couple of weeks ago. We did a full day shoot. It was like 8 hours. Actually, it was probably even longer, including hair and makeup. And I could see that she was doing favorite lists in the gallery. I could see that she was getting people to help her make favorite lists. And then she came back to me and she said, "Look, I don't want to offend you, but I can't use these." And I said, "But we've been working on this for months. Why can't you use them?" And she said, "I don't think I was showing up as my authentic self. I think I've grown so much even since we did this photo shoot that's not me anymore. I'm trying to be something that I'm not." She's like, "The photos are great, but I just don't want to use them." And to most people that would be a failure, but to me it's my purpose to get them to see that in themselves. So that's a win. even if I have to reshoot it, to me, that's a win because I've helped her identify with her authentic self and how she wants to show up and how she wants to move forward. So, you know, it's a personal growth thing and you can see it in photos.
Yeah, I had never thought about it just that way. And so with your photography, I know that you do a lot more than just taking people's photos. So tell us a little bit more about how you work with people to help them really, truly express themselves and grow.
Yeah. So, like, I do a lot of boudoir as well. And that's something that I started doing when I became a mum because I realized there was that real need to help women to feel good about themselves and, you know, not feel guilty about doing something for themselves and give them that confidence to move forward. So, you know, I've been a photographer for over 15 years, and it wasn't until I discovered boudoir that I realized, okay, this is like a transformational experience in a photo shoot. This is therapy in a photo shoot. And I see that ripple effect even on their families. You know, when mums go home and all of a sudden they've got this new confidence and they're trying new things and they're experimenting and they're, you know, doing things that they never would have done before, their kids see it and they go, oh, well, if mum can try that, I can try something new too. So by, you know, giving them the power to feel good about themselves, you have that ripple effect on everyone around them. So obviously I do that with my personal branding as well. It's all about, you know, helping you step into your power and your purpose and your passion to be able to, you know, then have that effect on everyone else around you.
Yeah, and capturing it in an image. But so the feeling that someone gets by getting those images, right? So, I mean, I've had professional photography done for my business and also personally, and when you look at those images, sometimes you don't even see yourself, especially the first sort of time that you get it done, right? And it's like, wow, it's very empowering to have those images, to be like, wow, that actually is me.
Yeah. And a lot of like my boudoir clients are going through something big in their life, whether it's, you know, becoming a mum, getting divorced, maybe they've had a DV relationship, or I've even had women that are going through sex changes and things like that because they're just sort of a bit unsure about who they are and where they belong. So just being able to straight away see themselves on the screen and go, oh my God, is that me? You're like, yeah, that's you. Like, that's what everyone else sees.
Yeah, and we can't capture that with our selfie cell phone.
No.
I'm trying.
Yeah. But yeah, if you do work with someone that you feel comfortable with and you do get some professional photos done, then you are happy to share them. You feel confident sharing them. You know, you're not going, oh, should I post this? Should I not post it? You know, you get all the people commenting, oh my God, you look great. This is, you know, fabulous. And it gives you that confidence to go, oh, okay, I'm going to keep posting.
So how important is it for us in a business sense to have those great images of ourselves or of what we do? How important is that and why?
Yeah, well, okay. So you want people to be able to see who you are, what your values are, what you do in your business, but also it's great to have them there if an opportunity arises. So like, for instance, today, you know, you've given me the opportunity to speak here. And if you ask for an image and a bio and everything, like I've got it ready to go. Whereas I've had people, you know, with really professional statuses come to me and go, oh my God, I've just had to write this article for, you know, a magazine or whatever, but I don't have a photo. So you've kind of got to do this rush job. And they're like, I need it by, you know, close business today. It's like, kind of doesn't work like that. But if you have those images ready, every time you get given an opportunity to enter an award, to speak in an event, you know, to be in a book, to write an article, you can just go, yep, here it is, boom, let's go, move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And what about those who are just more at the beginning of their business journey and just starting out? Because I'm just trying to think. I think it took me a good year from starting to getting professional images done.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I wish I'd done it earlier. So why is it important for those who are just starting out? Like, what kind of an impact does it have on their business, but also on themselves personally?
Yeah, because I think when you're starting out, you have a lot of limiting beliefs. You're sort of just finding your feet, and you're like, oh, am I going to be a big failure? Who's going to trust me? Who's going to buy my stuff? But if you're showing up, and you never know who's watching, if you're showing up even just in your friend circles, they're going to start recommending you. They're going to start helping you to build your business through, social media and things like that. So if people don't know what you're doing and who you are, then they're not going to know. I even have people come to me about personal branding shoots, and I go to their personal Facebook page and I can't see anything there about their business. I'm like, well, what is your business? I can't tell what your business is.
Yeah.
So it works both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had plenty of clients who, when they first started working with me, you couldn't see them or their business at all. And it's like, well, it's all these positive quotes on your Facebook page are really nice, but I don't know what it is that you do. And who are you?
Yeah. Who are you and what do you do and where's your call to action?
And why would I want to work with you, when I can't tell anything about who you are?
Absolutely.
Actually, just a little side story. One of my clients who's just starting her own coaching business, she put like her first post up the other week. I'm just launching my business, et cetera, et cetera. And I was scrolling Facebook, which I rarely do, but I was scrolling, and this image caught my eye, and I didn't recognize that it was her at first, but it was this gorgeous image, and it was just so powerful and professional and strong. And I looked at the image. I'm like, oh, who's this new person? And I, scrolled, like pulled it down a bit so I could read the thing, expecting it to be a new like sponsored post, like the ad for some coach doing something. And it was her, and it wasn't a sponsored post. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like, that just immediately you can respect her as a professional, even though she's just starting out. Like, it just made such a difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you've got that image that's going to make that impact to get people to stop the scroll, and if you look professional from the get-go, people have more trust in you, basically. Yes, this is a professional running a professional business, not someone that's just starting out and doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And I think even if we say we don't care about those things, at a subconscious level, that, that we're trained that way to see and judge immediately. Is this professional? Is it not professional?
Yeah. And if you're going to spend money, you want to know that it's with something trustworthy. Mm-hmm. So, you want to go, you're probably going to do your research and, are you going to go with the more professional looking one or not?
Yep, for sure. For sure. And so if you're fairly new in business and you haven't got those images and you're trying to, at that stage early in business, you're still trying to step into your own identity as, the coach, the therapist, the this, the that, whatever it is that you do. And I feel like it's been my experience that those images, having those professional shots, made it feel more real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you're going to, sprinkle them with your not professional images, because you can't just use professional images all the time. But if you use them on the things that count and to, stop the scroll and that sort of thing, then they've served their purpose.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it helps people to step into that identity fully quicker when they've got that representation of themselves?
Absolutely. So like I said before, it's courage before confidence. You've got to have the courage to put yourself out there before you're going to get the confidence. You've got to see yourself as the person that you want your clients to see you as, because what they're seeing is something between who you think they are and who they think you are.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So you said before you'd been a photographer already for some time, and then you started doing the boudoir shoots and you realized how transformational it was. So now you bring that helping people grow into your branding photography as well? So it's not just the shoot, right? Like it's.
Yeah. So obviously, like, you know, I ask them a bunch of questions to get them really thinking about what it is that they want to represent. And you know, a lot of people go, I need a headshot. And I say, well, what for? Because if you don't know what you need it for, if you haven't sort of got a marketing plan, or, you know, like you might get the opportunity to go to an expo and you want to do a banner, but if you've only got a really close-up headshot, it's probably not going to work. And you can't have the same photo and everything anyway, but, you know, you've got to understand, okay, what's my purpose moving forward and who do I want to be seen as? And, you know, you've got to show little bits about yourself too. And it can be, you know, reading, or it could be walking on the beach, or you could include your family or your dogs or whatever, because that creates that instant relatable thing that somebody can pick up about you. You know, they might go, oh, she's a mum, I'm a mum. Instantly relatable, you know, or, oh, they've got the same dog as me, you know, and it subconsciously, it's creating those layers of relatability.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. A lot of it happens out of our conscious awareness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I know from the last photo shoot that I did, one of the favorite of all of them is me walking on the beach. I'm not even looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not what we're taught when we go for posing for those headshots, you know.
Yeah. And you're not going to be able to use that for anything, but it tells a story and it tells a little bit about who you are, and people are going to relate to it.
Yeah. Okay. So what, I can see that you're very passionate about helping people to grow as well as capturing beautiful images. It's not just photography by any means. So what is it about it that you love so much? What got you all excited about helping people transform and find that confidence and power?
I think it was just when I started doing it and I started seeing that growth and that transformational change, it actually blew me away how much impact it had. Like I knew that I needed to kind of go down this route, but I didn't actually realize the amount of impact it would actually have on people. And then obviously from there, you know, because I've always, you know, been on a personal growth journey myself and broken through limiting beliefs, even in business, you know, going from working from the spare bedroom at home to having 3 studios. It's kind of like you have to keep breaking those barriers down to continue growing. So, yeah, I love helping people just take that next level and next level and next level, and helping them to see what other people see and what they need to be putting out there to be able to achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah. So you work as a coach and mentor as well, right?
Yeah.
I think it's really, I mean, obviously I'm totally into personal growth and transformation myself, but I think it's really powerful to help people create that view for themselves as well, because, you know, not all of us have a creative vision or an eye for it, or we don't know how to express it, how to bring it across. You know, there could be quite a block there for many people. So the work that you do is, so transformative and so powerful, because it helps people to see for themselves who they can be or who they really are.
Yeah. And project into their future self so that they can then move forward into that space. Yeah.
So if we're always growing and transforming, how often do we need new images?
Well, it depends how fast you're transforming. It really does. Yeah. And you know, you don't feel like you have to, like I offer a quarterly package, because I know people, like, you know, when you're thinking about your marketing and you've got your upcoming stuff, and I do it in packs of, you know, 15, 30, 60 and 90, because then you can think about it as fresh social media content. You know, you can go, okay, well, I can post a different image every day for a month and it's fresh. So obviously not everyone's at that level, but that's how I've developed my packages, just so people can see, oh yeah, I kind of get that. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, what else are you working on? Are you building a website? Are you building sales funnels? How's your LinkedIn looking? All of that sort of stuff. Are you writing a book? Do you need to do a banner? Do you need to do flyers for the local neighborhood? Because you're going to have different images that suit different things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is so good to know that there's someone like you there to help with all those things and even to know all those things, because I think, particularly for those who are earlier on in their business, they don't know, that they're going to need different types of images for different things. And that's where you get that, I just need one headshot.
Yeah. You might build a website and you're facing the wrong direction and you go, oh, well, if I flip my face, now I just look silly. I see that all the time, especially in real estate. Real estate agents always just flip their face and you go, that doesn't look like you now. So why use it?
So, Leoni, what if you've got any advice for us, what would that be? Like, we're all here, the people that are watching, we have businesses. Please don't ever look at my LinkedIn profile at this point in time. Terrible. It's been on the to-do list forever. What's sort of like your main words of wisdom for us? What do we need to be looking at?
Well, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. If you're looking for abundance and joy and growth, you have to live it. So as women and as mothers, we very much go into this martyrdom of putting everybody else first and feeling guilty when we put ourselves first, whether that's education or health or, growth or mindset or whatever it is. Don't be afraid to put yourself first, because if you've ever watched The Secret, and if you haven't watched The Secret, you should. If you want to attract growth and joy and abundance, you have to be in that space, because if you come from a space of lack, you're going to attract lack. And it's the same with attracting clients. You've got to put yourself out there to be able to attract your ideal clients. If you come from a place of lack and insecurity, then that's all you're going to attract. You're going to attract those no clients that are always wanting more of you and always bargaining with you and, never want to spend more money, but, email you 20 times a day, and you don't want them.
No, we've had them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got to live it. We've got to live it, express it, show it, reveal it, be authentic, show up in the way that we want to be as well. And live life the way we want it to be, even if we're not fully there yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because it's like the whole vision board thing. If you're looking at it every day, it's easier to make it happen.
For sure. All right. So, Leoni, we're going to have to wrap it up in a minute, but where can people find you the easiest if they want to talk to you about personal branding, feeling more empowered in their business? Where's the best place to find you?
Okay, so if you're on Facebook, it's Leoni Bolt Photography, LeoniBolt. Okay. You can also find me at Leoni Bolt Confidence Creator on Facebook, and Instagram is Leoni Bolt Photo. Okay.
We will find all those links, I think, and pop them in the comments. So then if anybody wants to reach you directly, they certainly can. If anybody has got questions for Leoni, you can pop them in the comments of the video, and I'm sure she'll be happy to check back in later and answer them. Just maybe tag her in the comments so that she gets a notification. And then you can check out her Facebook page, website, Instagram. I'm sure it's all there, and it's probably got really beautiful images to go with it.
I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I have no doubt. All right. So, Leoni, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us before we wrap it up for today?
Well, if you're in Brisbane and you do need to work on your personal branding, I'll pop in the link as well to the personal branding packages, and just mention this video, and I'll be happy to give you 10% off any of the packages that are there.
Ooh, exciting. All right. So that's awesome. Thank you for that generous offer. So if you are interested in personal branding photography, 10% off. And just mention that you've seen it here in the group or this or on the Facebook page. Just mention this video, this interview, and Leoni will make it happen for you at an even better price. Love it. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Leoni. It's been amazing talking to you, and I've certainly learnt a lot about personal branding, and I might have to set up my next photo shoot. I'm feeling inspired.
Good. My mission is accomplished.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me, Melissa.
All right. And thank you, everyone who's watching. And don't forget, any questions, comments, pop them in the comment section. And here we go. We've got, that's one of Leoni's, that's the Facebook page, right? Oh, Leoni Bolt Photography. Yep. We'll have all these links are in the comment section. So check them out, click through, check them out, and get in touch with Leoni. All righty. Thank you. And we'll see you all very soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.